Hi, this is John Dale from GlobalNet. This story is another one of our series of interactions with clients. And this one was for Ben. Ben called in relation to getting some smart switches that he had purchased installed. Um, and we had a discussion about how we might be able to help in that regard. Obviously, we're tending to do a lot more in smart switches these days, and the problem that smart switches save is they give you a lot of flexibility. Um, they need to be used wisely, I think, because for example, you don't want to make yourself solely dependent on the smartphone. So smart switches tend to link to smartphones, and sometimes customers just use it for smartphones on their mobile. But the problem with that is that then they need to allow their children to have access to it, and and their wife and anybody else that needs to switch the light on. So typically, I'll recommend that they actually leave a mechanical switch in place, and the mechanical switch can do the same as your software on the mobile can, and that is when you flick the switch, it's the same as touching the mobile and turning the lights on and off. So the actual smart switch is triggered by your original switch on the wall. So that's a good way, because then you can hide the smart switch behind the wall. It's seamless. You only need to, you can set timers then if you want to, but you can override from the wall plate, and if your children, granddad, grandma, whatever, they can all get to use the switch and enjoy the lights in the way that they like to enjoy them. So the benefit in this case, of course, as I said, is the flexibility that gives the client. This client actually had the switches that sit on the wall. They're like a glass unit, and they're quite neat. They really are neat, and you can press the button on them to manually turn the lights on as well. So there's the smart switches, if you like, incorporated into the switching mechanism, as well as giving you that ability to put on mobile and control from remote places. So that is why Ben wanted to get that solution. He likes that technology, wanted to play with smarts, and when you do it at the switch, you don't need to do every single light, which gets quite expensive if you're going to do smart switching. At the end of it, Ben was very happy to give us the review. It was actually Ruben that did that job. It was said great job by Ruben, and he was very happy. So if you want to be happy and you want to engage with GlobalNet, please give us a call. I am John Dale from GlobalNet. Thank you.